After flying the two most recent military helicopters on our channel, we've had quite a few requests to pick up the Eachine Blackhawk. Yeah, this thing is the most detailed, coolest looking helicopter I've ever owned. It is awesome. Fully brushless. I love the 4 blades. Yeah, they're folding props because the way it comes in the box is all folded up and stuff, but that's great. The lights, the attention to detail, all of the scale sweetness about this, there's even a brushless tail motor, is just so cool. I cannot wait to fly this. I've never owned or flown anything with this much attention to detail. The doors even slide open a little bit. Can't really get them to open any farther than that, but you can see the large brushless motor in there when you do, and they do that on both sides. It's completely ready to fly. It comes with 2 batteries. One of the most unique things I've found about this so far in my without flying it process is the battery on the bottom of the helicopter. This is pretty wild. It actually comes with 2 batteries, which I think is really great. Now, yes, it's in proprietary casing. Some people are going to be turned off by that. With such a detailed helicopter, though, I'm not sure there's too much of a way around that. Look at the light on the bottom. It's plugged in to the battery. The other battery that comes with the helicopter looks exactly like this without the light. You want to fly with the other battery and you want to keep the full attention to detail, you unplug that little light off the battery, plug it into the other battery. I just thought that was really unique. I've never had anything with its own separate light plugged directly into the very scale looking battery like that. I just thought it was really cool. So I'm a little nervous to fly this, just to be honest, because of the attention to detail.
And the enormous price point. Don't forget that.
Yeah, it's not the cheapest thing out there. It is $400. I can see why. I mean, it's really great looking. I'm not disappointed at all. I mean, there are things I could complain about, but there's things I could complain about that blade of grass right there too. So, you know, it's very exciting. It's very cool. I just want to put it in the air and see how it flies, and we'll go from there. So let's fly. Okay, Abby, we're clear for takeoff. The lights on this are beautiful. Let's spool it up. Oh, that's so awesome.
That was a very scale takeoff.
Yes, that was nice. Oh, nice and smooth on the throttle. I'm just gonna hover it here for a second because it's just beautiful. Okay, let's get it up in the sky. There we go. Oh, look at that with the sunset hitting it. Oh, sorry. Now I just wish I had like 4 little army guys rappelling down the side of that, or they could slide the door open with like a little servo, and then you see the machine gun or whatever hanging off the side. That is so sweet. Ah, Eachine, you have made this thing look so good. Look at it just flying across the ridge. If we didn't
bring it closer.
Okay. I don't, you know, it's powerful. I'm kind of afraid of getting too close.
That's good.
Oh. If it was making a louder, sorry about the up and down. If it was making a louder noise and I was flying it out over the ridge like this, wouldn't you think that was flying away over that ridge? Look, let's move it. Let's move it. Wouldn't it look, that looks real, right? Flying out there, now I gotta get out of that sun. Oh my goodness.
It actually looks pretty cool like that.
Okay, I'm just trying to fly it around, get a feel for it, make sure it's not gonna have any weird quirky things, especially after getting blinded by the light there, the sun. I am just getting a feel for this. I'm not the best helicopter pilot in the world, as most of our viewers know, but I've gotten better, and I just don't want to overdo this one too quickly. It is so beautiful. Now it has a 3D 6G switch on here, suggesting that it could possibly do stunts, but I am absolutely not trying that. I just know that it has auto stabilization. So right now as I'm flying it around, if I push too far forward, it's not going to just flip forward. It's auto leveling. And look, I like doing this side strafe like this, up to the camera, and then bam, there we go. Isn't that cool? Open the door, and then get out of here, guys, let's go! Now that was cool. That's where this thing absolutely shines. It's a powerhouse too, it's brushless. We haven't even done anything like full throttle passes or anything like that. We have high and low rates, but I am just gonna try to keep this fairly scale today and just really enjoy that scale look. Pow, 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 pow. Look at that headlight. And that is the light that you can take on and off of different batteries. I can see why that's on there. I see why they chose to do that, giving you the option. I think that's really cool. And man, I really like this. I'm basically not going to throw any of the switches on this thing today, and this helicopter is so cool. We may end up doing a follow-up on it just because of the cool factor and everything. This is just sweet. Now, if we fly up here really close, I noticed there's 4 lights on the bottom of the helicopter where the battery is. See that? See that, Abby? Can you see those lights?
Yep.
Behind the front headlight. That is an indicator to tell us how much juice is left in that battery. Like a smart battery.
It looks like you're on top of me.
Oh, it's cool, isn't it? How sweet is that? Let's go get the bad guys. Come on, let's go. Da 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 da. Pow, pow, pow. Some cool music. Pow, pow, some cool sound effects. Let's go. And in case you guys were wondering, that's pretty much my life 100% of the time in my head. As I'm driving down the road, you got NASCAR noises and pit crew noises when we're, filling up the fuel tank. And when I fly my RCs, yes, cool sound effects. So there's a high-low rate switch on the right side. I assume we're in low rates. Let's go full yaw. Here we go. That's actually pretty fast. Let's throw that switch. And it feels like faster. Let's do it mid spin. There's low, there's high. A little bit faster. That's gonna let us fly a bit faster, fly more aggressively. I've got it in the low rate and it's still fairly aggressive. There's full right, full left, full right, full forward, full back, full forward, full back with all auto stabilization on. Let's put it in high rates and get a feel for that maybe. We'll go full right and left. A little bit more aggressive, and then front and back. There's back, front, back, front, back, front. Looks kind of goofy, but giving you guys an idea.
It's a scale flight, Nate.
Yeah, well, now we're getting into the helicopter world of things, right? We have throttle hold on the right, which I'm not going to throw. That would kill my power completely. 3D and 6G switch, and then we have a flight mode switch. I'm just not going to mess with those today. I'd like this to come home in one piece. It's a beautiful helicopter. I have a lot of respect for this and it getting put together. It looks like a model helicopter, absolutely scale and just awesome. And yeah, it is flying really well. I wouldn't be doing those stupid switch tests if it wasn't flying rock solid. That's what that's right there. That is $1 million moment to me with this little helicopter. Oh my gosh. So let's actually fly this around at full throttle if I can. There's full forward. With a little bit of throttle mixed into it, it really picks up the speed. Really picks it up. Let's go from left to right. Try to get a feel of the sense for the speed of this. Really fast. Just wanted to go up before I got too close to that building. Really fast, and that's in the low rate. So just know that this thing is very capable. I'm gonna have to watch the pros or something and get a feel for can this thing actually fly inverted and stuff. I think it can because of the 3D 6G switch, but again, like I said, today we're just enjoying this really scale flight with this sunset and no wind. Look at the elevator in the back, how it's pitched up. I wonder if that actually affects how it flies. Now with the real helicopter, the real Blackhawk, that elevator in the back that you see, and I assume the rudder functions just like on an airplane. On this, it's just flying like a regular helicopter, and that's just a fixed position. There's no movement of that. But man, it looks cool, and it looks scale. This is just the coolest thing to see flying ever.
It's a long flight time.
Yes. Let's take a look here. I think I have telemetry on my radio telling me how much juice is left in the helicopter, but we also have the lights on the bottom of the helicopter. Let's do another little lap, and then we'll try to bring it in for a nice smooth scale landing. Just kind of fly around. All we need are like strobe lights now to really get this thing feeling so scale. How cool was that?
That sounded good.
Thanks. Now this is a helicopter I can get behind. I like this because I'm not a great 3D. I can't fly 3D. I can occasionally pull off a loop. If I do like 5 loops, then I end up killing the helicopter. And let's see if we can just bring it in for a cool scale landing here. Those wheels are rubber and they actually do roll, so you probably could get like a fairly smooth rolling landing. Look at that. Slowly dying down. Oh my goodness. Right till the very end.
Goosebumps.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. Well, with throttle hold on for safety, I can show you guys, watch the blades. As I get above 50% throttle, they adjust their pitch, which is how it controls flight. It's just really, really impressive and awesome. They could have added some like strobe lights if they really, really wanted to up the cool factor, but man, that is just the coolest helicopter. I mean, until you get into the thousands, if not maybe like tens of thousands of dollars for helicopters, which is crazy, they do exist. This is probably one of the most scale helicopters I've ever seen, definitely that I've ever had my hands on and flown under $1,000. I've never flown anything like this. This is very cool. And I highly recommend it if you are as excited about this as I am. Now, if you're a 3D guy, maybe you don't want to pick something up like this. And if you've never flown a helicopter before, I'm going to tell you right now, don't make this be your first. We've got some others under $100 that will really teach you a lot about helicopters before trying to fly something like this. And we'll link that in the description box below, or you can ask us in the comments wherever your price point, your budget is. This will be linked in the description box below. It absolutely gets my approval. It's so cool. It's got a couple things that are actually cool, but are downsides too, like the proprietary battery. That may be a big enough turnoff for some people that they won't buy this. But then again, it's got a light on it that plugs into the other battery. That's really awesome. It's 100% ready to fly. You're not going to bind this up to your hobby grade radio. Some people will be turned off by that, but the radio itself is actually really nice and it felt good while flying. Not like a toy, but not as good as a multi-$100 radio. You probably could pull out the receiver and put in your own and do that if you really wanted to, but this definitely gets the job done. Guys, if you like it, like I said, it's linked in the description box below. You can click that link and it does help to support our channel and our family, but I'm not telling you you have to. It's just nice if you do. We thank you very much. And this was just such a beautiful, awesome day to get out here and fly this helicopter, and for that I thank God. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because you guys know it, we say it in every video, without your support we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it, and we're so grateful for that. We get to jump out in front of the camera and tell you our honest feelings about RCs many times through the week for millions and millions of people to view. So we thank you guys so much for that support. If you're into helicopters and you want to buy this, but you've never flown a helicopter before, you're in for a treat, because we have a video just for you popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.